comes to a tow vehicle, you want a truck that's reliable, dependable, and low maintenance. But what are your options when your truck is older? The appeal of a new truck is undeniable, but can a well-maintained, older truck be just as reliable and cost-effective?
I gotta move this tie rod and change the adjustment on the passenger side.
Join us as we weigh our options and decide if it's time for a new ride.
They're not the ones paying for it, so they'll have to get over it.
But first, our old truck needs a little TLC.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Rick, and on today's video, I want to talk to you about your tow vehicle, specifically if you have an older truck like mine. You know, if you were to ask somebody about their truck, it's almost like asking them a question about their spouse. I would imagine they would tell you they're looking for something that's reliable, dependable, and is low maintenance. Now, if you were to ask Lisa, she would probably tell you I don't meet any of those criteria. You know, all kidding aside, I'll have to admit, you know, the appeal of a brand new, fully loaded truck is all too real. But I want to make a case for maintaining your older truck because I think there are some advantages that are often overlooked. So we're going to go ahead and do some maintenance on this truck and share with you some of my thoughts. So I think one of the major advantages to maintaining an older truck is I just think they're cheaper to repair and to maintain. Now recently, last week, I had to have 4 tires put on my truck. The old tires had exceeded their life expectancy. But you know, those are things that you're gonna have to do on either a new truck or an older truck. So that's not really a fair comparison. That's just routine maintenance. But I did have the other day, after I had taken the truck to a car wash, I just finished getting it all cleaned up and detailed and everything after having the tires put on, drove home. I got to the house and tried to get out of the truck, and the door handle wouldn't open the door. I come to find out that the cable that goes from the door handle to the door actuator had broke, and ultimately I had to climb out through the passenger side door. Wasn't funny at the time, but you know, in hindsight, I think it was kind of funny and everything. I only share that story with you because, you know, if this would have been a new truck, that part probably would have cost several $100s, as well as getting it installed. I probably would have spent $300 to $500 getting that door repaired. I just ordered the part myself, installed it myself. So with my own time and labor, it ended up costing me about $40 to install that new cable and door actuator. So got the truck repaired with no problems other than just some inconvenience of my own. But again, I think older trucks, there's just a plethora of aftermarket parts that you can buy, easy to come by. I think they're just a little bit cheaper to try to maintain as long as you're handy with tools and everything. So another advantage to maintaining an older truck is they're just not as complex as the newer trucks. I mean, again, this is an older truck. It doesn't have all of the fancy features. It doesn't have heated seats or any of those other types of features that you can find on some of your newer trucks. I mean, for example, our mirrors here, manual, they extend. You just pull them out, push them in. That's about as simple as you can get. I don't have to worry about electronic motors braking or anything like that. You know, if you look inside the truck, you'll be able to see our console is very simple. It's very analog. It gives me all of the information that I need, how much fuel I have, my speed, my oil temperature, transmission temperatures, all those other types of features. I don't need a lot of those other fancy gadgets that some of these newer trucks have. I have replaced the stereo system that originally came with this, and I did put in a touchscreen that I can use Apple CarPlay, but had that installed, and that's probably one of the upgrades that we've made to the truck. Interior is pretty basic. I don't have heated seats. I don't have leather seats. They're just cloth seats. They work just fine. You know, if you just take care of your your vehicle that's going to last you for years and years and years. So again, I think just being a little more simple and less complex is a great advantage of some of the older trucks. So probably another advantage to older trucks and new trucks, I would say as well, is they're just customizable. As you can see here on our truck, you know, we've put on a tonneau cover. We've had this on for several years. It's served us very, very well. You can probably also see on the side of the truck, we had some running boards installed as well, so Lisa could get in and out of the truck a bit easier. But, you know, just like new trucks, older trucks, you can customize them any way you want. There are so many aftermarket products out there to customize your truck, different wheels, different tires, toppers, tonneau covers, bike racks, kayak racks, everything like that. So that's another advantage, I think, of older trucks, is they're very customizable, just like new trucks as well. So don't feel like just because you have an older truck, you can't tailor it and make it suit your needs. So I'd say probably a fourth advantage to older trucks is I know this truck. I bought this truck brand new in 2010. I know every mile that has been placed on this truck. I know it from bumper to bumper. I even keep my maintenance logs here. I keep it on a spreadsheet, and I can go back and tell you exactly at what mileage and what date I had either a service or repair completed and everything. And in 14 years, I have spent just a little over $15,000 in just maintenance and repairs. So slightly over $1,000 a year is the cost of ownership of a pickup truck. Now that doesn't include gasoline and things like that, but it does include tires, oil changes, any repairs that were needed, and so forth and so on. So the point is, the longer you own a truck, the more comfortable, the more familiar you're going to become with it. And I've made numerous repairs to this truck on my own. So again, I know exactly what's been done to it and who's done it and at what date and everything else. So I think that's an advantage to maintaining an older truck, especially if you've bought it and then you've kept it for an extended period of time like we have. So probably another advantage to maintaining an older truck, at least in our situation, we have no payments. We were fortunate to get this truck paid off pretty soon after purchasing it. And what that's done is that's just given us a sense of freedom. You know, it allows us to have some additional disposable income to continue to travel and everything. Now, I'm not going to say that, you know, every truck is going to be a perfect truck for you. I mean, we've been very fortunate with this one. We have had some maintenance problems that have crept up like with any vehicle. Check engine lights here and there and other repairs that weren't expected.
I gotta move this tie rod and change the adjustment on the passenger side.
But in the grand scheme of things, from the time we purchased it, getting it paid off and then keeping it paid off has really been a financial boost for us, and it allowed us to continue traveling and doing the things that we love to do. So you might be saying to yourself, well, you know, when is the right time to buy a truck? And, you know, am I at that point in the life of this truck that I need to go ahead and consider getting a new truck? Well, in my opinion, I would say there's probably really 3 times when you really need to consider upgrading to a new truck. And I would say first is you've just outgrown it. Either your family's gotten bigger or gotten smaller, or you've bought a new RV that you need to tow and your current truck just can't handle it. All right, so I think this is going to be the last Airstream we're going to look at.
This is the
And what is this one, Lisa?
30-foot bunkhouse.
You know, so are those situations where it might be wise and you may need to go ahead and buy a newer truck. Another situation might be just when the cost of ownership or maintaining it is just no longer affordable. The truck is in such disrepair that you're spending thousands of dollars on engines and transmissions and other major drivetrain components that it's just not cost effective. The truck has basically just outlived its useful life. And then I would say the third time that you'd want to consider getting a new truck is if your current truck is just not reliable. It's not able to give you that sense of confidence when you go and travel and you hit the road. That peace of mind is worth a lot. And if you're just not confident in your current vehicle, and buying a new truck would give you that confidence, then by all means, go spend that money and get that peace of mind on a new truck. Your sanity will thank you for it, as well as your spouse.
Did you get the truck done?
Yeah, finished it up.
Good.
Got the last little bit of maintenance and everything done before we head out on our trip and everything. And I was just kind of sharing with the viewers some of my thoughts on, you know, the benefits or advantages of maintaining an older truck and everything. So what are your thoughts?
Oh, it's been a good truck.
Yeah, it has been for, you know, many years, and hopefully we'll get many more years out of it as well. But we eventually know we're going to have to upgrade our truck, you know, because it's not going to last forever. You know, things are going to break, and it's just going to get to the point where it's just time to upgrade it. I just don't think we're there yet. But I would like to hear your thoughts on when do you think it's time to upgrade a truck. Also, give me your thoughts on whether or not I should change from a GMC to a Chevy or a Ford. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well.
My brothers aren't going to like that.
They're not the ones paying for it, so they'll have to get over it. But other than that, guys, hey, thanks again for watching. If you like this content, just give us a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to our channel. We'd love to have you follow along. And also, if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. But if we don't hear from you, hopefully we'll see you down the road.
See you down the road.